Okay, dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have a new developer's notes ready for January. Let's check out what Dev Kagura has to say. And surprise, surprise, the first prime hero that we are getting is actually Eve and not Hide Reapers. So Eve is from the Apostles. She is the second Apostle of the Abyss, coming from Judas. Okay, so I kind of foresee that Korea server will actually cater to the release pattern for global New World, and they may release a 7 out of O very soon as well, so that global is able to, New World is able to have the next release probably in March for the next prime hero. And we may see this pattern going on between both servers, so that New World definitely has something to release. Okay, so for Eve, there's something major that's going to happen, and basically, so over here they say that Eve will be able to be obtained within 4 weeks by collecting materials from special dungeon every day. This is similar to what we are having with Gerard. Gerard kind of needs about 3 weeks, 20 days, okay, to be able to exchange for him. So for Eve it's about 4 weeks, which means I would say about 28 resources, 28 materials. Materials will be guaranteed, so you can farm them regardless of your luck and still get Eve even if you miss some days, since the special dungeon will be open for 6 weeks. So that's very good. So in case you get so overwhelmed with life, you can still get Eve if you still manage to do about 28 days worth of daily dungeons. The fun of collecting heroes is the key feature of gacha games, which is so true. Honestly, really true. This is the fundamental basic of gacha games, which I also tell other players and my friends that gacha games should prioritize and put priority on hero collecting and hero obtaining. So I guess this is a good change. Obviously it will be pretty laborious because you have to constantly go and do your daily dungeons, and you have to remember to do your special dungeons. Otherwise you could possibly miss out on the chance to get a free Eve, but I'm sure you can get her from gacha as well, which I will still try, because there's no way you can get more than 1 copy from just this method, and you probably will want to get more copies. So the second point is that the 7 Nights of O packages have a great sense of deprivation due to the probability of hero summon, and even if you buy all the prime special hero packages, you will still need to pull from summon a lot, which is true. So according to that, we will change the package items. The package that provide a hero can be purchased twice are maintained. Instead of removing the packages to get the latest prime special heroes through chance, we will add packages with materials to synthesize the latest prime special heroes and other attractive rewards. So basically it's kind of the same thing that they have been doing, which is to put the dungeon currency, the dungeon material into the package and entice people to buy. So it's not something completely new, but they're just giving you more ways to obtain the new prime special hero, and if you are willing to spend, then of course it's very good for you. And yeah, this way you can pull less in the summon shot and get them to battle quickly. Okay, so one is a free feature, one is a paid feature. I guess it works both ways. I don't see, I mean, it's still an improvement from what we have currently, so I can't say much. I think as long as it's a step up from what we have, then I think it's all for the better. So the next thing that is happening in this week's update, by the way, yeah, it's this week's update, okay, is that Brawl is going to be adjusted, and they are going to have a weekly quest to facilitate recognition and access to Brawl, and rewards will be improved, so more of our knights can make mythical awakened jewels alongside other rewards. Hopefully it'll be good, because I think Brawl is just very tiring, and I'm very lazy to do Brawl right now. Right now I just send my heroes in, and if they die, they die. If they don't die, then at least I get some participation rewards. So yeah, hopefully they make things easier, and even with item preset, I think it's just really tiring to do Brawl. So I hope they can find a way to make people want to do Brawl instead of just putting in very good rewards. I think sometimes even if you have very good rewards, but if your mode is just too tedious to play and requires too much, people just don't feel like, people just won't play. Yeah, so that's something for you to take note. Okay, in the next week update, we get a new pointer star. There's actually this new accessory if you guys go check in your view items tab. If you go to the limited events accessories, you will see a 2021 celebration ring that have many variations. So that is something that they may allow us to get through the pointer stun next week. And it's actually pretty good. You may get some big ones with basic stats, you may get those with limited accessory equivalent effects, such as the one that resets Awakened skill. Yeah, I saw that one there as well, so we could get those, hopefully. Now in the third week update, which is 2 weeks from now, we will be getting, seems like their updates are on, wait, are there updates on Monday? No. Okay, no, they're just indicating the week. Okay, so on the third week update, we get a new Awakened Pet Hero Remake. Okay, we plan to remake 1 to 2 special heroes. I hope it's 2, and I really think Zahara and Caesar Orca deserve a remake. Even though they are Pentagon members, even though they are blue frame heroes, I still think they deserve a remake, so hopefully that can be looked into, Death Kagura. Otherwise, I think Scoot is pretty much the next candidate for a remake. Scoot and maybe, I don't want to say Noah again, because Scoot and Noah did get a remake before, so I think Scoot is the one that is most in need of a remake right now. Okay, and then there's a new Awakened Pet. Hopefully they remember that they're actually pets, 7 night pets that have yet to be awakened, and hopefully those can be awakened instead of just introducing new pets, because even though you give us an easy way to obtain Eve, which makes some players, you know, spend less rubies, but still, we're talking about prime heroes, there's gonna be a lot of rubies involved, so hopefully this will be an existing pet and not a new pet. And I think having any pet awaken is definitely gonna change part of the meta, because as we all know, so far all the awakened pets are pretty strong except Irin. Okay, Irin was the first one, so that explains why she's a little bit, you know, not as good anymore, but still, so far Brand and Brawn are very long lasting. Mr. Armor is crazy, and even Harin is pretty good. Okay, finally they have this Undecided raid level update. We are planning to add level 9 raids. All these levels require higher strategy, so you can earn better rewards. Through this, we hope you enjoy the fun of playing PvE. However, as the schedule is undecided, please be aware it may not be added during this update. Basically, even though, you know, it's not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure they're working on it, so level 9 raids will happen eventually. I mean, I don't think he's gonna just stop PvE at this stage, but then again, I just want to say raid is kind of like a farming mode. It's not so much a mode that people actually actively think about ways to play it. It's a farming mode. It's meant to let players, you know, farm in peace. Okay, so yes, even though the strategy part may come in at the earlier stage of the mode, of the clearing the floor, but in the long run, people really just want stability so that their gameplay can go smoothly and they can focus on your arena that you have been putting so much effort in, right? So I think one of the ways, yes, having better rewards is the good thing, but if it's gonna be even more laborious, even more time consuming, and it just eats up keys compared to, you know, farming for rubies, then I'm not sure if that's the best scenario that we could have. Okay, and finally for the last week, so there are 4 updates this month. 2 of them are mini updates, so it's okay. And then we have a new event territory, which is gonna be the same thing. New rewards. I hope Death Kagura remembers this thing that he said when he just took over from Death Spike. He said that the game was getting repetitive because special dungeons were just very easy to be cleared, and it was just very repetitive. I can still remember he exactly pointed out that problem. Right now he's falling back into that same trap. Okay, event dungeons are okay. They are not exactly, how do I say, they're not exactly like super fun, to be honest. I really prefer those story dungeons, which we had before, and we had exchange shops. We can earn different currencies when we clear the stages, like I remember there was a winter festival map, and then we had different like candy canes or Christmas trees, which we can collect and then exchange that for different types of things in the shops. I think that is so much better, and I don't know why it's not coming back, even though there was a very good feedback for that. But this event territory is very tiring, and of course without a very active guild, you will find it very difficult to complete. Currently the Gerard dungeon is extremely tiring because there's this certain stage with a suitor that he just very hard to farm at, I mean. So I hope he takes these things into consideration. And finally, he has some notes for February. There'll be updates for various content such as Arena, Adventure and Raid. In Arena, there'll be a restricted hero system. Wow, okay, this is gonna be like a guild war. But it will apply to every player, I guess. So it means that we have to change heroes every week. If that's the case, I would strongly recommend the hashtag FreeTraitChange again. Please, Dev Kagura, please, 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 please. I mean, people are enjoying the game, but all these things, it may seem, you know, like you are fulfilling the idea of diversifying heroes, but please think of player resources. It's just really, really difficult, okay? And he says that for those light players who are unable to continuously farm rubies in Adventure, we will add a supplementation feature to reduce the gap. Okay, hopefully this is good. We will also remove the raid auto clear daily limit so you can play comfortably. Now I'm very unsure about this. I'm not sure if he meant removing the raid auto clear completely, because without a limit, how will you be doing that? Or you know, I know in other games there are still auto clears that require certain currencies, like certain tickets. In 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, you do have auto skip tickets, which you can use and earn through daily missions, and you can still auto clear. You can collect hundreds of them and you can use them. Now that is fine, okay, that is completely fine, because it just means that you can auto clear a lot of raids, maybe with a certain amount of resources. I'm not sure what he means by removing the auto clear daily limit, because if he says remove the limit and keeps the auto clear feature, then that is okay, because that is actually even more beneficial for players across the board. Even for me, I don't really farm in raid that much, even though I try to, but you know, removing the limit will definitely help a lot if you have a certain amount of resources. Maybe, you know, keys or something, I don't know. I hope he doesn't remove the auto clear completely, you know what I mean? Please do not remove the auto clear, because it's really stupid. And he's taking a closer look at the phenomenon that merely plays Arena frequently instead of raising their ranks through strategy, because excessively high PvP winning rate affects PvP rankings. If it is true, we will reduce the winning rate slightly and add a feature that decides rank through strategy and growth. What I think he means here is that there are players who actually just run Arena with the same team week after week after week because they have very good weapons and do not change their teams because why not? And I think he wants to implement a system whereby if you have a certain hero, perhaps your winning rate will be doubled or tripled, depending if you win with that specific hero, which may not be the most meta, but if you do have that hero on your team and you find a team that works with that particular hero in the team, you may have a much higher winning rate, and that could possibly be a very good change in terms of having variety of heroes, which I would appreciate, and I think that would be a very cool thing. We are also preparing a variety of updates and we'll explain them more in detail. Yeah, of course. The contents are above are currently under development, so please understand that they may be changed. I would like to thank blah blah blah. Okay, we also listen to your opinions and make a better game. So right here, I'm gonna just say that we need more quality of life updates instead of even more ways to drag to widen the player gap. Like, you have put in so much gap increasing mechanisms, such as the celestial items, such as the Dark Knight jewels, such as the Myth Awakened jewels, such as the new subs, accessory subs, that all these are actually, gap widening mechanisms for the game, which is okay because eventually you need that new level of gear to do better, right? But I think it's really time to look at how to improve the game, right down to all the little things that make navigating through the game even better, and also just make playing a more wholesome or enjoyable experience. All these costs that are involved in trait changes are just redundant, even for equipment changes, because right now synthesis is also taking a lot of gold. This is something you really have to recognize. We have been talking about it in so many videos, and the forum has also been talking about it. I mean, these are things you just have to pick up, right? And make changes to them instead of introducing more things. We appreciate that there's more things being introduced. Like, these are very standard things. Every update will definitely have a new hero, new pet, you know. You can do your mode adjustments by all means, but there are things that are really tiring. They are really draining players. Like, no matter how hard we play, you can constantly introduce the same thing that costs 5 million gold, and people just get very tired. So these are things you have to look into. And again, trade changes, free trade change, please. That was the one thing that made people really want to play. I'm sure your statistics have gone up that week. Just consider it, please. Okay, and that's all I have. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, and hopefully this will, get to him, and hopefully he'll open the 7th channel again. Okay, so thank you so much and see you.